Let's shorten a zipper. As you can see, if I measure my zipper the way it is, it's actually a 24-inch zipper and we need 10 inches. So we're going to shorten this. So the way we're going to do this is we are going to basically replace this stop with a thread stop at the 10-inch mark. So I'm going to start here with my measuring near the zipper pull and measure 10 inches and put a mark where I need it to be. And then I'm going to go to the sewing machine and do a zigzag in the same place over and over. And that's going to replace the stop that the zipper came with. And then I'm going to cut it and I have a 10-inch zipper. First thing I'm going to do is drop my feed dogs. And on my sewing machine, all I do is push a button. Every machine is different. You can just look in your manual. I just push the button and then my feed dogs drop below my stitch plate. And then they don't move my fabric under my presser foot while I'm stitching. The next thing I'm going to do is choose a zigzag stitch on my stitch selector. And then I'm going to choose the widest stitch possible on my zigzag. I'm going to put the mark that I made on my zipper under my presser foot, and I'm just going to put it right exactly under where my needle is going to be. If you want to test it, move your needle with your hand wheel, and then that'll tell you whether or not you're in the right placement. The thing that you want to make sure though is that your zigzag should be wide enough to just go on either side of your teeth and not have to hit your zipper teeth. Also, we've got a happy little pug here doing the squeakers. So if you hear squeaking, it's a pug. Since we dropped our feed dog, our zipper's not going to move anywhere, and we're just going to zigzag in the same spot over and over until we have a nice thick zigzag, and then we will replace that stop with that. Move our tails out of the way here. If you don't have a knot function, mine looks like this on my machine. If you don't have that, you can just hit reverse a couple times. That should kind of lock those stitches into place. Ideally, you want matching thread that matches either your zipper teeth or your zipper tape, but I did try to make it so you could see it a little bit better on camera. So if you look, basically, we needed our thread to be thick enough to stop our zipper from continuing on down the coils. So it kind of mimics this metal one. You can buy replacement stops and clamp them on, but if you don't, you can just do this with a hand needle and some thread. And you just cut about 1 inch below your mark and you have a new shorter zipper. You can shorten any zipper. So if you can't find a zipper that matches your project, it's better to get one that's too long than to have one that's too short. Now, if this were a separating zipper, like a jacket where it opens up at the bottom, I would actually do my shortening. I would measure from the bottom of my zipper tape where I need it to be, and then I would shorten it at the top and just do my zigzag on both sides. Replace these two stops instead. Sew your zipper into your seam allowance of your jacket or what have you, and then your zipper would be shorter in that way. So it doesn't have to just be a plain zipper or a closed end zipper that you shorten. You can shorten separating zippers from the top.